welcome back. Happy New Year. Guess what? 2019 was a shitty year. Hoping 2020 will be better. So, what you don't know about me is besides baking, I have another passion, astrology. And especially for you today, we're gonna bake some zodiac cookie. And I have a special guest, which is my dear friend and astrology teacher, Patrice. Hi, Happy New Year.
You too.
So we're gonna look a little bit at the forecast for 2020. I mean, for you and
A
me.
new decade, so.
At least, you know. Yeah, so have you ever made cookies like that?
I have not.
Okay,
I'm a
so-
novice here, so
No,
you're
don't
teaching
be,
me today.
Don't be nervous. We all here to have fun. So let's make it happen. So to make this cookie, there is 2 steps. The first one is on the dough. So butter, sugar, baking soda, salt, cocoa powder, and flour. We're gonna come here and make a ganache. So I'm gonna melt, the white chocolate, the butter, and the cream.
Oh, very cool.
White chocolate is basically no chocolate. It's almost pure fat. So we don't want to overeat it because if you overeat it, then the fat comes out and separate, and
okay.
you cannot melt it with anything. Astrology is not just you sign, but also the moon, where
it's
your Mars
everything.
is, Venus, and all those
Right.
things, right?
Right.
And then the transit and the retrograde, right?
We're complex beings, yeah.
We are. It's it's amazing. We have done our little ganache now. I'm gonna pour it here, but
So creamy, yeah.
yeah,
It's all the butter.
it's the butter, the cream, and the fat of the white chocolate. So we're gonna start making the dough.
Okay.
So we're gonna mix all the dry ingredients together, So basically, we add the salt, the baking soda, the
Love that
cocoa
little
powder. It's cute, no? The cocoa powder, and we're gonna mix it like that, So tell me,
Gently.
what is the forecast for 2020? A little bit.
Well, first of all, we're looking at a new decade, so not only a new year, and so 2020, first of all, it's a 4-year in a very generic sense, which is foundational. But there are many things that are going to suggest that I think we clear out certain things before a new foundation is set. So you kind of did a lot of that yourself last year, and many people may have as well, but I think it's a lot about, initially, we have to take down the facade of who we are. And then in its place comes in a whole new being, actually. We have Jupiter in Capricorn, which is quite helpful to a lot of the cardinal signs, the Capricorns and the Aries and Libras. And it's a time to sort of start manifesting your destiny. But that
Okay.
destiny happens once you've kind of cleared out some of the things from the past, which is what has happened to many of us over the last
So
few
my
years.
past is so clear that there is no future.
Yes, you have an you have now a future that is of your own making.
You remember that song? It was the Sex Pistols. Anarchy to the UK,
Oh, yeah.
and they were like, no future. That's me. Hello.
Well, let's have not a future that's predetermined by anyone else, but the future is your future. So I'm saying most of us live a program, right? Most of us live a program, subconscious material. Not that that's, but it's really true. Much of us are operating, sort of subconsciously. So part of being adult is getting clear of that. And that's what this year is saying. We can become adults and we can actually kind of really be our real selves.
Yeah. That's deep. So we're gonna butter the butter. Make it like whip it with the sugar.
Okay.
So what you're saying is basically we decide for our destiny versus before our life were controlled.
Yes, in many
Right?
cases, and again, it's individual, of course, but at least if you've done the work, that's the critical point.
Right.
If you've done the work, then you can actually step into some level of mastery, and that's what we hope. And everyone has a place where that can happen for them this year. So initially, January might be a little wild.
Oh, again?
Just January, you're done personally.
You say that every month.
Well, you lived
and
through.
remote shit come down,
No, you
goes
had
down.
this year,
Okay.
and this year was very tough. Okay, you know, as we progress with the year, I think you might find that some of what I'm saying may be true for you.
Well, in Patrice I trust anyway. So, you know,
I mean, astrology is always working. It doesn't
Right.
always work in a way
yeah,
that is
exactly the way you want.
want
but
it to,
yeah,
but
it's yeah,
yeah.
it happens. It's just not always the way I want,
No.
or not when I want. Like, yeah,
You don't have to love it, but understand what you
I
may.
really love it. I mean, it's actually more we learn and more I find it accurate.
Yeah.
You know, and going back, I look at charts and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Now, I'm gonna add, the dry ingredients.
I love your mixer.
Isn't it so pretty, all pink?
Very much you.
Basically what we're doing now, the cookie dough, in France we call that sablé, which, I've talked about briefly before. It's like a sandy dough. So it looks like, powdery and everything, and then suddenly it comes together.
Wow.
And it makes that very soft and sandy, breakable dough. So now, we're gonna be able to roll it out, but first we're gonna chill it for a little bit, So I'm gonna transfer it in here, and we're gonna make a little like bowl, Okay. Yeah,
Oh, I see.
I know, it looks like dirt, but I swear.
No, but it's just smell like
It will
smells
smell
the
like-
chocolate. No,
yeah.
but chocolate is so dense. And chocolate is Venus.
Oh.
Venus is sweet.
Is love.
And love, and yes, and many of us got chocolates as a form of love.
So look, see how I flattened my
Yes.
dough? Now we're gonna chill it for an hour. So look, the dough is ready. So would you like to roll it?
Yeah, I just want to feel it. Ooh.
Yeah, see, it's
Wow.
cold. So you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna put it into 2 parchment paper in between.
I take this off,
Yeah,
obviously, right?
Take the plastic off.
Can I push that in there?
Yeah,
That is it.
totally.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
And now roll it. Yeah. You can go.
It's stronger.
Yeah.
It's great.
So now we're gonna cut it out. So
great.
I'm gonna show you one, and you can do the rest. Can you? As you know, it's 12 sign in the zodiac, right? So we're gonna do 12 cookies. I think it's gonna be a fun thing to do. Yeah. And pretty to look
Great.
at.
No,
It's
let me
always a
see.
good gift. Yeah, keep on going.
This would be like cutting fabric, and I
Exactly.
should have gone closer
That's okay.
to the
No, it's hard,
margins.
So now we're ready to bake. 10 minutes, 325.
Okay.
Can you put them in the oven?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. They smell great.
So I have set up 2 little cards with our sign. So
Yay.
we can, we're gonna pipe. This is white chocolate that I put in the piping bag. We're gonna pipe. Your sign is more complicated than mine. So good luck. You're on your own.
my zodiac symbol?
Yes, you're doing your zodiac symbol.
This is the constellation.
Right.
So these are complex.
So here is the ganache that we made. You remember we made
Yes,
over there?
yes,
So
okay.
I'm gonna fill the bag. Do you mind holding it for me? Don't, yeah.
What's better? Okay.
Yeah, perfect. So remember, this is cool. So we don't want to overfill the bag, right? Otherwise we have like a floating and it's not fun.
Pretty substantive.
Right? Do you mind passing me the scissor? Okay. So I'm gonna feel only, from the center. I'm not gonna feel all the way down because otherwise when you push,
smushes up.
yeah. That's good. So let's grab the rest of the cookies and let's play a little fun game, right? Let's feel like, we
Let's
have that
match.
little map, so
Yes.
let's map it up.
Yes.
So
Yes,
because
it
I'm
is.
an egoist, I'm Cancer, this is Sagittarius. The forecast for 2020.
So with Aries, it's very much about your career and stepping up into your professional role. For Taurus, it's a lot about travel or it's your spiritual life. It also includes publishing if you want it to be that. For Gemini, it's a lot about your sexual or business partner. So it's really developing the right relationships. You may have had difficulties with the wrong partner in the last couple of years, but this may be a chance to figure out what's right for you. For Cancer, it's in your 7th house, relationship house. So it says now the energy is going into the relationship house, so you have the opportunity to meet someone who might be actually more permanent. Because when we look at Capricorn, there's a lot about establishment and commitment. For Leo, it's a lot about your daily habits. It's if you are looking for a different kind of day job, not career so much, but job. And if you want to lose weight this year. With Virgo, it's a lot about your creations. This would be a great year to get pregnant if you want to get pregnant. It's a lot about creativity and romance if that is up your alley, if that's what you're looking for. Libra, it's about home. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's the year to be selling a house, but it's something to consider.
Right.
Again, considering larger factors in the world, okay? But it's if you're not going to be doing something on an actual real estate level, it's putting time and energy into your home, potentially changing the relationship with your mom. For Scorpio, it's a lot about your writing and speaking, potentially developing a new best friend or people that feel more like-minded. For Sagittarius, it's about your money. And you may be actually considering working for a more corporate kind of person, even if you're a freelancer. So just keep in mind that corporations may be beneficial for you this year. For Capricorn, you finally get to feel a little more confident because you've had a lot of difficulty in Capricorn for a number of years, depending on when your birthday is. So it's a lot about feeling like I can step into a leadership role. Aquarius, you're looking at potentially it's more about the sense of a guardian angel, actually. So this idea that you may, for Aquariuses, they often are the revolutionaries and the people who are a little quirky, but behind them, behind the scenes, there's a part of them that's very conservative. So it's a question of like, how do I decide what part of that conservatism, I'm not talking politically, but just how you approach life, do you want to hold on to? What part of tradition or what do you want to let go of? And then lastly with Pisces, it's a lot about social media. So if you really want to make a stand in life now, social media groups, humanitarian efforts are highlighted with Jupiter Capricorn.
Good thing happening for everyone, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's my
for,
pleasure. It was so fun.
Revealing the future to us. And
The future's in your hands, though.
True,
With some
but-
help
yeah,
from the universe.
True. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
And remember, we're dropping a video every Thursday at 6 p.m. Delightful Mrs. Azria. Thank you for watching and Happy New Year.
Happy New
Bye-bye.
Year. Bye-bye.